Hey guys, welcome to this episode. This says watch along. Hold on. With a little bit of movie magic. This is the Go Mango Toku Cast. I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
the Cinder Blaze.
And Makotoa.
Guys, welcome back. We just got done watching Lupinranger vs. Patranger, number 13. What did you guys think about it?
The preview was a lot better than the episode.
Yeah, definitely.
It had a lot of potential. I had a lot of hype going in because Yellow and Pink were not they weren't the strongest characters, but they weren't characters I hated.
I feel like out of all of them together, the only other good pairing is Pink and Red, but second best is Pink and Yellow, because they have had sort of playful interaction together already. So I was hyped for a bit more development for this. And we got it.
Yeah, I guess we did get a little bit of development, but was it really though?
Well,
I felt this was
saw...
probably one of the weakest kind of character development moments. When two Rangers actually do get an episode together, I wish it felt a little bit better than it did with this episode.
But Yellow was able to see her backstory in Pink, so we got more Yellow backstory and then a little bit of interaction with Pink. And we didn't get too much with Pink. But...
The thing about Yellow's backstory is I feel like it's kind of weak. Mm-hmm. I really don't care about her random classmate that she really feels bad for. But that's just me, and I feel like her interactions with Red and Blue are a little bit more entertaining, just because they gave her shit all the time. I mean, she was in a position of power for once, I guess, because Pink was kind of just Pink was not she was used pretty hard this episode, and I just didn't like the way they used her.
And I feel like that's just a product of how the show works. I feel like the Patrangers are always just gonna get used, and I don't like it, but that's just I'm sort of used to it.
Yeah, the only things that the Lupinrangers have to work with is that loss that they had at the beginning of the series, but apart from that, they're not really visiting any flaws of the characters besides Red. And I think Lupin Red, even in this episode, with the limited screen time he had, he was probably one of the more enjoyable characters for me in this episode. And that's kind of awful considering he's a Pink. I don't know. I didn't like the not all the interactions, but I just didn't. I wasn't entertained by it, I would say. Yes, it's character development, but it wasn't fun. And I mean, at the beginning, it was fine, but as the episode dragged on, I was kind of sick of seeing Pink and Yellow because they didn't really do much with each other. It was just oh well, we have to rely on this villain to start all the problems and all the stuff for us, and that villain was god awful.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think that the interactions between Yellow and Pink were fine. I thought that it could have been handled a lot worse when they were chained together, because I feel like in other situations we've had characters fumble around a lot when they're chained with somebody. It seemed like these two actually sort of knew how to work together, so there wasn't a lot of you idiot, what are you doing type stuff. That whole, them chained together, it didn't last very long, but when it did, it wasn't the worst, because I think when the episode was going and we both said something about it, Corey, we were both oh, it's one of those episodes.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't turn out to be, and it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. So that, I think it was fine. I think also that the interactions between the two of them, I did enjoy the quirkiness of it. I think a lot more than I would have enjoyed anybody paired up with Green in that situation. So...
Hey, we can't bring up Green in this episode, okay? It was a lot better than any of his episodes.
This show barely brought Green up.
Yeah.
That's-
Man, that reminded me of something. Keep on talking, Michael. I think you're
Yeah,
you're
you're
reminding me
unlocking
of my
something
point.
within my Alex's mind.
Yeah. What else about this episode? I mean, like, it did feel like we could have gotten more time with the characters being attached to each other or in their situation, where they were sort of there was a barrier around them, right? And I feel like they
Oh.
got through too soon. I
Yeah,
wanted
that
the
was
two
it.
of the characters to stay like just the two of them for a bit longer, so there'd be more interaction. It ended up like there wasn't enough, and so they filled in all the extra time with more Zord type fighting stuff. Like we had an extra amount of time dedicated to all the transforming and all the like making the weapons and stuff. So
I don't know. I feel like that was just the regular amount of time.
Yeah, it just like wasn't sped up this time.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that's why
we
it just
could
kinda felt weird.
we definitely could have bypassed it.
Yeah.
I see, like, we didn't need all that Zord stuff, but I don't know that I didn't want to see the interactions between Pink and Lupin Yellow. I wanted to see more of the interactions between Pink and Umika. Because
I can't remember her name.
no, I know it. It's Tsukasa.
Tsukasa.
Yeah. Tsukasa and Umika instead of Tsukasa and Lupin Yellow because we've sort of already seen Tsukasa and Lupin Yellow, but Tsukasa and Umika, I feel like that I wanted more from that.
You're right. I definitely enjoyed those interactions the most, especially when she had that disguise on. I was trying to say that I really was digging her goth vibe that she had going.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yes.
Ah.
But,
Oh. Well, congrats, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You'll
like,
understand what we're talking about if you watch the watch along tomorrow.
The one thing I wanted to touch on was her, like, the power of the Gangler this episode. She created barriers, and the only thing that it accomplished was stall Red
Yeah.
for 5 seconds. Like, no joke. Like, the second they got there, they just looked at Red and Green and was like, I guess we'll just shoot it too. Oh, it broke. It's like, what? What is even the point? And like, going back to like them getting chained together, that was like so random. Like, why is that even a thing? If they're not gonna like really like focus on it, just like, oh well, apparently there's no depth to this episode whatsoever, so this will buy another 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think them breaking through that barrier was actually kind of took away from Yellow and Pink because what if they didn't? That way, there was no other choice. You had to beat them from the inside, which left
But
it
no,
to Pink
we had
and
to
Yellow to do the what?
because we had to hawk the new stealth scissors jet form because that got the finisher. Yellow and Pink didn't.
That sucks.
It was
yeah,
red.
Now that I think about it, they did kind of just get it taken away from them.
Pretty much.
No offense, but they were taking way too long to beat that Gangler.
The way they found out how to do it was really dumb. But
that was dumb.
I can look past it for all
this into your bra strap over here, like. Okay, and since when is that like mask invulnerable? Like,
so I think that was the setup for that was when like something like
reflected off of the mask.
Yeah, that something deflected off of the mask earlier.
Yeah.
How did you put that through the Rangers? Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. This episode happened. It certainly happened. But again,
I enjoyed
I still
the last episode with the cross-dressing.
No, I enjoyed this one far better.
Hey, that episode had higher highs. I will say that.
The laughs.
It did. It only had one. It only had one really good one. But like, I don't know. Just again, I would have liked to see more with Umiko and Tsukasa because like it goes back to why. Oh man, we're gonna get a lot of flack for this. It goes back to why I didn't like X-Aid. It's because the characters didn't like each other. And specifically, Tsukasa does not like, or did not want to like, Lupin Yellow. But Umika and Tsukasa like each other, and they have a really good rapport together, and I want to see more of it.
Well, that's because the Lupinrangers and Patrangers have to fight each other just so they waste more time, even though they can just work together easily.
Yeah, I mean, like, they gotta waste the time until the 6th Ranger appears.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Alright, as Alex is drinking that, I think we're just about done here. Anything else? Great. Oh, wait, no, I did want to touch on the something that I found, like, I totally understood. At the end of the episode, when Tsukasa was gifted the plush toy, and it was the wrong one, I totally get it. 100% I get it. Like, it's that same situation. I wouldn't have broken down crying, but, like, it's that same thing when you get a gift, and it's almost the thing that you wanted, but you're
You mean like
still...
getting Mega Blocks instead of Legos?
No. It's like getting a figure from the same line that you collect,
That you already have.
it's the one you don't want. Yeah, but you're too nice to say or to break down crying like Tsukasa. So you just are like, oh, this is great. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Anyways, guys, that just about does it for us. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. And this is the last time that we're going to have the reviews go before the watch-alongs. Next week, we're going to go back to our bread and butter watch-alongs before the reviews because that only makes sense to us. And then also, hey, I was on a panel on Willie J. Koei's channel. The link to that will be in the end card there. We talked about Power Rangers and the recent Hasbro acquisition. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts and more of some of the other people's thoughts on the panel, go over and check that out. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
See ya.
See ya.
That was a really bleh episode.
Already won.
Exactly. Like, at least the last episode was, like, mildly entertaining. It was infuriating, but, you know, it wasn't just bleh. Like, maybe because I'm